I did this sound. I just faced it towards him and he looked over. And I just got lost.
Wow.
Boy, you stuck.
Both of them.
That was funny.
Oh, I hope there's a cop nearby. Messed up. I've seen it. I'm gonna turn on the radio. Man, I don't like the ending of this book is turning out to be.
Why not? Explain the book. We can talk like that.
Oh, the book is these people live in a crazy world. I don't know.
Everyone who goes to my school will understand which book this is because it's the book I'm supposed to be reading. Was supposed to be reading, but I'm supposed to be reading it now. And it's The Giver. And this world, we don't understand what's happening.
You gave me like 5 seconds to explain the book.
They don't have snow.
Or sunshine.
Or they don't have sleds. What else?
Sunshine, color.
Yeah, they don't
emotions.
have color. Emotions.
And there's some kind of weird...
People get released, and releasing is basically...
Yeah, release means, you know, kill.
Yeah, when you get a shot into a vein, and there's two kinds. There's
Twins.
there's two kinds of release. there's one for babies, which is very sad because it's a life that hasn't been living yet, and then it's very sad. So there could be private releases, stuff like that. And then there's another one which is for people who are old, and then it's a celebration. It's very happy because they lived a full life, whatever. And we listened to one, and so the first thing, what was it that I cringed at?
What was it? Was it what?
That I cringed at.
Huh?
What was the thing that I cringed at, but you did? Oh, Jonas, the main character, was getting sunburned because he's never has never gotten a sunburn before, and so he got sunburned, and he kept explaining the pain, and I had to pause it because I kept cringing too much, and I kept, ugh. And then the next one, it was the Civil War, or no, what was it that, like, his leg? Okay, anyway, his leg got ripped off. You can explain this part.
Bad sledding experience.
Oh! Yeah, they kept explaining how his arm, or his leg, was very much in pain.
And it's very, very highly detailed.
Yeah, it's very detailed. They explain it so much. I just realized there's a 911 button right here.
What are you doing?
911.
Huh?
I don't know if you can see it, but there's a 911 button right there.
911, right? Don't press it accidentally.
It's not set up.
Well, I still don't trust it.
Mom has to set it up.
Oh, okay, well.
Okay.
Don't press it still.
Oh no, Lena's joining. She's gonna find out I didn't read the book. Anyway, well, she already knows. She's my best friend, so.
So it sounds like, it sounds like the kind of book I've already, from what I've heard, it sounds like they could actually do something like this. So there's a receiver and a giver of memories, and the giver has all the memories. Bad, good memories, just all the memories. And then he's slowly giving them to somebody else as the giver gets old, and he's going to be released to...
Yeah, the giver is the giver of memories, and then the receiver receives the memories, basically.
And he's chosen, right? He has a lot of special qualities. Courage, intelligence,
and it's very
integrity,
rare.
And there's some others. And so what I think might happen is they said when that 5-week Florence or something, no, Rosemary, 5-week receiver Rosemary didn't like the bad stuff, so she asked to be released.
Yeah.
And then when she did that, all the memories that she had were given out to the people. Is that what I heard?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I thought that's what I heard. Then that makes me think it's like maybe the giver's gonna give the receiver all the bad memories, and then the receiver, this kid Jonah, or what's his name?
Jonas.
Jonah?
Jonas.
He's gonna go and be released and give the memories out to everybody. I feel like something weird like that might happen, because this seems like that kind of crazy book.
Lena's already read the book, and she says, "Yep, I actually read the book."
I haven't read the book, but Lena, I feel like something weird like that will happen.
Lena,
because
ask.
One person is not meant to like have all these bad memories if you can see what's happening.
Lena, how dare you reveal that? You're not allowed to listen.
What? Don't.
You're not allowed. She just gave away the book.
Oh my God! Why? Let's play it. I want to listen to the rest of it.
Dude, it's. Wait. Oh, I forgot about that. They did explain that in my class. They did explain the end of the book, but then Jack said it's my ending. It's all a dream.
Your mom says she's gonna call soon.
Okay.
No, what she does, might need to like pause that or something.
It already pauses.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. We're about to be passed by a truck really fast.
Also, what was outlawed? I never remember. Oh,
outlawed.
Candles. Candles were outlawed.
Yeah, candles and fire. Because they're dangerous.
Yeah,
well, these people probably outlawed sleds while they still had snow, and then they like did some kind of weather manipulation or something to get rid of the sunshine, or so there's no snow. I don't even know like, where the heck do they live? Do they even know what trees are? I thought I saw that they didn't even know what a tree was or something.
Leno, you can answer all these questions.
But if there's no sunshine, then you can't have any trees and plants. But it doesn't matter because they wouldn't see them anyway because they're colorblind. Everybody's colorblind except for the receiver and the giver.
Ian, if I talk like this, can you hear me?
Huh?
If I talk like this, can you hear me? If I talk as quiet as I was, can you hear me?
Your mom just asked me, did you bring at least one pair of jeans? I think I brought like 4. I'm only going to be there for 2 days, but I'm pretty sure I brought about 4 pairs.
They definitely... Okay, so she says they have plants, but I don't know about trees. They definitely have flowers and pumpkins.
It's a crazy, weird society that these people live in.
He got released with gay. Oh no. Okay, I just revealed the entire end of the book, but you didn't hear, so.
Well, how long is this book? Is it like 800 pages or something?
I don't
because
know.
This guy
Lena, you can answer this.
He keeps on talking. It's like we've been listening to it. I could have read the book faster than this, and it seriously doesn't feel like this guy is talking slowly. So what just happened? The twins, right? We had the little thing with the twins.
Yeah, the twins.
And we're maybe like 10 minutes after that or something. He explained who Rosemary was.
10 minutes before the twins. I feel so bad. I can't believe Rosemary killed herself.
Yeah.
That's the suicide in their
Needle.
group.
What is this? She injected herself?
Yeah, she has to be injected. My hand is so cold. By the way, I'm working on my current event. The current event for my school, and it's about the fire. So I'm basically writing it my view, and I wrote for Source. I wrote Katie and Ian.
What?
For the source of my current event, because we were there. Wait, I'm a primary source.
You're the primary source and I'm a secondary source?
No.
Why am I not a primary source?
I'm a primary source. I'm just saying that I am, but you are too. You were a witness.
We both were there. We all,
yes.
Yeah, we saw the same thing. Why can't there be 2 primary sources?
Next month? Why is it next month?
What's next month's?
Current event. Well, this is gonna be a early or later event.
Wait. That's a school project?
Yes.
Wait, by next month, do you mean April? Because we're into March now. Why can't you use that as a current event? Alright, we'll just have to go and find some other car that's burning up. And then you can
She says, yep.
You can just use the story. Because you've already got a lot written there.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find another car that's burning up.
Current events. Could he mean current events in the news or in the world?
I can just put it down because Alex has done a current event that was late because she wasn't there. But maybe you could just do it in a month. Woo!
There's a lot of undercover cops around here. No, that's not undercover. Oh, no.
What?
Huh?
What?
There's a cop pulled over a car. Okay, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I bet you can do a big project on that and probably maybe turn it in for extra credit.
Yes, because
you've already got a lot written there.
Yes, because we all know that fire in during this in 2018 is the exact same thing as the Renaissance. Exactly the same thing.
We're getting passed by another truck.
Beep, 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 beep. You can see the cord from my phone.
What is this thing carrying? Okay. Come on.
Just beat it. Wait, can I do it again? Wait, I want to see if I can get it.
Give me another Jolly Rancher.
Wait. Please, no! It's the same. It's the same person who I did it again. Wait, speed up.
To this guy?
Yeah. See what happens. Whoa, the light is blinding.
I doubt he'll do it, but that stuff stinks.
I can't smell anything. Oh, he's a youngster. Can he get? Come on, please. He saw me too. He looked right in my eyes. It was so scary.
You didn't do it, huh?
There's 3 trucks in a row. I think he's speeding up to this one.
Well,
No.
you can, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
One truck did it, and it was like in traffic, and yeah. Maybe they don't even have them installed. I don't know.
What? No one has a honk?
Maybe it's not that kind.
Please. No, it's me. There's another truck up there. We can get it.
I'm not speeding up to get that thing. It's way ahead. Oh, God.
You got... They do have trees. Yes, I remember that part now. Yeah,
Do
they do. Remember when they were talking about like the when Jonas' friends were playing about like that war game, and he couldn't think about all he could think about was war, like the actual war.
I don't. Board game? War game. Oh yeah, the war game.
Yeah. So
I remember that.
What was
They were hiding behind trees.
Some kid was hiding behind a tree. Lena says she got the book here.
Probably was like old dead trees with no leaves. Like some kind of weird Halloween thing. That's probably what they think a tree is, these crazy people. I don't know what happened to this.
Actually, they could have the thing where, because words are different words, and it's basically like if it's a different thing, like a bush. I don't know, like if it's something else that looks like a tree, or something else that could be called a tree, because some of the words could be messed up. Like release is death.
Yeah. I don't know if release is a polite way to say,
so maybe
to
tree,
kill or die, but yeah.
So maybe a tree is like a different thing or something like that. I don't know. I'm so.
And they also, what's up? Do they don't have water or lakes or ocean either? Because this kid didn't seem to know what that was until he got memories of that.
What?
Mountains and sun. I don't know.
It was mountains. I'm pretty sure they have water. You need water.
Come on. Oh, we gotta get there. Oh, your mom said she's gonna call. No, I haven't called yet.
Yet she's not.
Over there, yeah. Your mom said she wants to take us out to dinner when we get there.
I'm just gonna say, smile more, everyone, in the restaurant.
We're getting there, kinda.
Oh, you can barely see me.
Ugh, God. I'm not going to drive a car again until Monday.
Yep. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Wait, I think I can play that.
But I can't think of another child who has the right qualities. There's a little female with pale eyes, but she's only
Why
6.
do they refer to women as
That's
females?
correct. I know.
Why don't they say
Her
girl?
name is Kath.
Why
Female.
do they have release?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
Why can't there be two people that are identical?
Yeah,
I mean, they have names.
why can't there be twins?
Call one Bobby and him
Why-
Joe, and there you go.
Why do they have to have birth moms? Like, why don't they have grandparents? Why don't they have why can't the real mom be the mom?
Nope. I bet nobody knows what a pet is or an animal.
Yeah, because apparently they don't have pets.
Play.
But she's too young, so they will be forced to bear those memories. I want you to come, Giver, Jonas pleaded. No, I have to stay here, the Giver said firmly. I want to, Jonas. If I go with you, and together we take away all their protection from the memories, Jonas, the community will be left with no...
Okay, she has an answer. Ready? You know
What?
what? You know why there's not...
No, I don't want to hear anything.
No.
No.
Don't
ruin nothing.
No, it's not ruining anything. It's because families will create emotional bonds. They don't want real feelings. So that's why they have to, you know, have...
All right, because they don't have any emotions.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
You're crazy people.
And to help them, they'll be thrown into chaos. They'll destroy themselves. I can't go. Giver, Jonas suggested. You and I don't need to care about the rest of them. The Giver looked at him with a questioning smile. Jonas hung his head. Of course they needed to care. It was the meaning of everything. And in any case, Jonas, the Giver sighed, I wouldn't make it. I'm very weakened now. Do you know that I no longer see colors?
Oh.
Jonas's heart broke. He reached for the...
He no longer sees colors?
Yeah, that broke my heart too.
Oh no! That would hurt!
Yeah, it hurts.
The Giver's hand. You have the colors, the Giver told him.
Because
and
he's
you have
the
the courage. I will help you to have the strength. A year ago, Jonas reminded him, when I had just become a 12, when I began to see the first color,
Oh.
you told me that the beginning had been different for you.
They don't have birthdays either.
That I wouldn't understand.
Oh yeah!
The Giver
They don't have birthdays, Christmases?
He became a 12.
Yeah, he became a 12.
Crazy.
I mean...
And Christmas and a bunch of people, you know, grandparents are there and they unwrap these brightly colored boxes and everyone's happy and hugging each other. It's like, what a depressing...
What a depressing society.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the window was open because of this line. Okay, play.
Frightened. That's true. And do you know, Jonas, that with all your knowledge now, with all your memories, with all you've learned, still, you won't understand.
They have holidays, though. Which holidays?
Yeah, I know. They took a holiday and everyone took the day off and they had like special people to keep everything running when they get a separate holiday or something. I don't know what the heck they were celebrating.
What?
But
The war thing happened.
they don't have Christmas or birthdays.
Unscheduled. Wait, what? The war thing happened in an unscheduled. Oh, okay, got it.
No.
Almost just end the stream right there. Almost just hit the X button. Whew, that was scary.
Because I've been a little selfish.
So it was.
I haven't given any of it to you. I wanted to keep it for myself to the last.
Okay, so she says it wasn't. So it wasn't. It was not a real holiday. It was more like a break. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
What?
Bum.
When I was just a boy, younger than you, it began to come to me. But it wasn't the seeing beyond
Stop
for
it.
me. It was different. For me, it was hearing beyond.
I think
Jonas
people gotta
frowned,
tailgate me. I
trying to
can't go
figure that
anywhere.
out. What did you hear?
I mean, what
He
difference?
asked.
Tailgate me
Music.
gets you nowhere.
The giver said, smiling.
Not colors. The giver heard music. The music.
They don't have music?
They said that in the book report. Yep, they don't have music, or yep, he could hear music. The giver heard music. Because I just said music. I'm too confused. I'm so confused. It's too confusing.
I began to hear something truly remarkable, and it is called music. I'll give you some before I go. Jonas shook his head emphatically. No, giver, he said. I want you to keep that to have with you when I'm gone. Jonas went home the next morning, cheerfully greeted his parents, and lied easily about what a busy, pleasant night he had had.
Oh no.
His father smiled
He
and
lied.
lied easily, too, about his busy and pleasant day the day before. Throughout the school day, as he did his lessons, Jonas went over the plan in his head. It seemed startlingly simple. Jonas and the giver had gone over it and over it, late into the night hours.
Ow.
For the next 2 weeks, as the time for the December ceremony approached, the giver would transfer every memory of courage and strength that he could to Jonas. He would need those to help him find the elsewhere that they were both sure existed. They knew it would be a very difficult journey. Then, in the middle of...
Are you saying we're close to the end? Wait.
Are we? Thank God.
Wait, are you saying we're close to the end?
He said the elsewhere. I've heard him say something like that before.
The giver stays.
They have secret code word for everything.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean the giver stays behind? I'm sorry. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean,
Are we going
Lena?
up some kind of mountain or something here?
Lena's my buddy. She tells me all the secrets. Mostly. About the book, so yeah.
Go, let's go. Come on, car.
Oh. This is the best chat. This is the best live chat I've ever had.
Jolly Rancher. Jolly Rancher, please. Purple one.
There's no purple.
But it says there's purple on.
There's no purple. That's not purple. You're colorblind, apparently.
Not.
Yes, you are. There is no purple.
Maybe someone ate all the purple ones.
There's
already.
no purple. Purple is not red. Look at me. Wait, the giver says. No! See, Lena does these things and she likes me.
Thank you.
Get this in Get this in your mind. There's no purple. I just never realized.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so let me get this.
Can I have another Jolly Rancher, please?
Why?
Like,
What did you do?
I lost it.
Well, you can't have another
Okay.
one. It's either you eat that one or you're not having another.
What?
It's either
What?
you eat that one
No.
or nothing.
It's on the floor.
Yeah, and I eat tons of stuff on the floor. You can ask Lena. Okay, you can ask Alex. And Lena's seen sometimes me eating
That's
stuff.
where my feet go.
Yeah? And
What do you mean? I don't clean my shoes like you do. I need to just not throw this one in my mouth. What happened to this guy?
oh no!
Tire? It's like a random person about every
Woo!
10 or 15 miles pulled over with a flat tire or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be here 1 second. No, you have to eat it. We are at the end of the book. No, wait, we are? Now we know the ending.
I don't know the ending.
Well, I do.
The night before the ceremony, Jonas would secretly leave his dwelling.
What do you guess the ending is?
I just told you. I think they're gonna give all the bad memories to the kid, and then he's gonna go and release himself and spread all the memories out to everybody, and they're gonna have to deal with it. You know, get everything back on track again, like back to normal.
This was probably the most dangerous part, because it was a violation of a major rule for any citizen not on official business.
What are you doing?
No, it's not open.
I leave it
No,
It is open.
no.
Get away.
The food collectors
I'm
will be
driving
finished picking up the evening meal remains by then, and the path maintenance
Are you
crews don't
kidding
stop
me?
their
Holy
work
crap.
so there won't be anyone to see me. Unless, of course, someone is out on emergency business. I don't know what you should do if you're seen, Jonas, the giver had said.
Oh my God, you
I
have
have
body
memories,
odor.
of course, of all kinds of
Okay.
escapes. People fleeing from terrible things throughout history. Be careful, Jonas said.
Could be me.
No one will see me. As receiver in training, you're held in very high respect already, so I think you wouldn't be questioned very forcefully. I'd just say I was on some important errand for the receiver. I'd say it was all your fault that I was out after hours, Jonas teased. They both laughed
Oh,
a
don't
little
read
nervously,
this stuff.
but Jonas was certain
giving away
that
the
he
book.
could slip
Okay,
away
don't read
unseen
it.
from his house, carrying an extra set of clothing. Silently, he would take his bicycle to the riverbank and leave it there hidden in bushes with the clothing folded beside it. Then he would make his way through the darkness on foot silently to the annex. There's no nighttime attendant, the giver explained. I leave the door unlocked. You simply slip into the room. I'll be waiting for you. His parents would discover when they woke that he was gone. They would also find a cheerful note from Jonas on his bed, telling them that he was going for an early morning ride along the river, that he would be back for the ceremony. His parents would be irritated, but not alarmed. They would think him inconsiderate, and they would plan to chastise him
We're about
later.
to be in Georgia.
They would wait
Wait,
with mounting anger for him.
Get a picture. Where's your phone? Where's your phone? Where's your
Finally,
phone?
they would be forced to go, taking Lily to the ceremony
picture.
without him. They won't say anything to anyone, though, Jonas said, quite certain.
Not a
They
fire.
won't call attention to my
What?
rudeness because
Fire?
it would reflect on their parenting. And anyway, everyone is
No.
so involved in the ceremony that they probably won't notice that I'm not there.
No.
Sure?
Now that I'm a 12 and a
actually,
trainee,
no.
I don't have to sit with my age group anymore. So Asher will think I'm with my parents or with you, and your parents will assume you're with Asher or with me. Jonas shrugged. It will take everyone a while to realize that I'm not there at all. And you and I will be long on our way.
Still got
by
2
then.
miles.
In the early morning, the giver would order a vehicle and driver from the speaker. He visited the other communities frequently, meeting with their elders. His responsibilities extended over all the surrounding areas, so this would not be an unusual undertaking. Ordinarily, the giver did not attend the December ceremony. Last year, he had been present
I would
because
tell
of the
him that,
occasion
but
of
then he'd
Jonas's
give it away the
selection,
book.
in which he was so involved. But his life was usually quite separate from that of the community.
I can't tell him that.
No one would comment on his
Can't.
absence or on the fact that he had chosen this day to be away. When the driver and vehicle arrived, the giver would send the driver on some brief errand. During his absence, the giver would help Jonas hide in the storage area of the vehicle. He would have with him a bundle of food, which the giver would save from his own...
Okay, Lena, you have to understand that I've read the second book. Sorry. So I know it ends on a cliffhanger. Sorry, Ian. But, I've read the second book. It has nothing to do with this book. I have no idea what it means. I'm probably gonna read the second book. I'm probably gonna read the second book and, like, to refresh. Because The Gathering Blue, I've read that. Okay, continue.
meals during
Go
the
ahead,
next 2
crazy
weeks.
people.
The ceremony would begin, with all the community there.
Georgia
And by
Visitor
then, Jonas
Centers.
and the giver
Georgia
would be on
anytime.
their
Look,
way.
look, look!
What?
Right there!
Where?
That's the
Jonas's
sign!
absence
I don't
would
see
become
it.
Give me it!
I got
be a
it.
cause for serious concern.
What sign?
The
Savannah
ceremony would
River?
not be disrupted. Such a
Right there.
disruption
Welcome
was
to
unthinkable.
Georgia.
Searchers would be sent out into
Oh,
the
yeah, there it is.
By the time his bicycle
Good
and
God, the
clothing were
sun is
found,
bad. Oh,
the
it's
giver
bad.
would be returning. Jonas, by then, would be on his own, making his journey elsewhere.
Son.
The giver,
We're in Georgia!
the
Woo!
community
I
in a
might
state
have
of
got it.
confusion and panic.
You might have.
Confronted by a
was bad.
situation
Go
which they had
here.
never
Go to the
faced
visitor
before,
stop.
Want me to
and
get
having
off
no
here?
memories
Yeah.
from which to find either
But we're
solace.
not going to be here for very long.
I know, yeah.
Okay, I'll get off. I could get out and use a stretch.
He would go to the auditorium with the people.
Whoa, the sun is blinding.
Yes, the sun is blinding.
Stage.
The sun goes down in the west, and we're going west.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. Oh, looky there. Buckle up.
Where do I go? Cars.
He would immediately begin
There's like
to
nobody
sound
here.
across.
Welcome to Georgia.
Jonas.
Well, oh yeah, there it is.
He would say loudly, as they had once
Look,
said
she's
with Caleb.
selfie stick.
The giver would
Oh, what the heck is this? Jesus,
as they said,
that was some crazy speed bump.
I think Ian thought that was a speed. Okay.
until he was no more
Show chat.
That is a speed bump.
And then, by the end of the long day,
Good God.
That speed bump looks like
Look at this thing.
their attention would turn to the overwhelming task of
we're in
bringing memories
Georgia.
Look at this.
I'm gonna hide the chat real quick.
themselves. Yes. I
Okay,
understand.
I'm gonna get out and like,
Jonas
I'm guessing
nodded.
that this is Tennessee and that's Georgia. Wait, one second.
ugh.
But I'll need you too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the live for just a little bit. Okay, sorry. I'm showing the chat again. Okay, show. We're in Georgia, finally. We're in Georgia. Okay, okay. Sorry, there's so much wind. It's not my fault. Okay, one second. Let me show you the thing. Okay, so ready? Okay, so here's the Tennessee flag. That's the Georgia. Wow. And there's the sign. Can it like... We're in Georgia. I've actually been in Georgia before. But... Okay, one second. Okay, sorry. I had to go for a while. But... We're in Georgia. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the flag. I'll take a picture of the flag in a little bit. I'm sorry for keeping you guys waiting. I don't know where Ian went. One second, let me run. Oh, looky here. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I can't put the phone up because if I put the phone up, there's gonna be a bunch of faces, and I don't. Don't want any faces that don't need to be in here. I'm gonna face this right here. Cool. One second, let me. Nice. Is that the okay? So that's the Georgia flag. Sorry. And that's another one. I don't know. There's so much hair. Okay, one second. Okay, sorry. Okay. Ian's there. slowly walking towards us.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Echoes.
It doesn't echo. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ready to go?
Look, the flag. Yep. Look, this is how I'm walking now. I'm in Georgia. Okay.
Okay, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Before we go, I need to.
Yeah,
Ow!
How do I turn this on?
How about can you do something just real quick? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You
Hello.
can talk about the book.
It's a crazy book.
Okay, so don't give any spoilers.
Yeah, don't give any spoilers.
Just talk about the book.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
What?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I couldn't go to the bathroom before.
Okay, hey. She needs to like go all the way around the building, and she's not gonna know that. Well, yeah, she's gonna get lost. I'm gonna drive around so she doesn't have to. Crap, I can't go that way. I just gotta stay here. She's gonna be lost. She's not gonna know where the bathroom. Gosh, I gotta shave. Still got 2 hours of driving. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to myself? Hello? Lena, I think you've been over at Katie's house before. I think I've met you before. Uh-oh. Really? Oh, here come Katie, running. Can you see her? Yeah. Long way. She's coming to the driver's side. Wait, okay, she's like dancing.
Turn the screen around. You can turn it around.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like way, I kept on following the signs. I'm like, where is it?
It's inside.
Yeah, it is inside.
Wait.
It took me forever to find it.
Wait.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Some kind of magic. Wait. I'm not sure what that was.
Those are the 2 ones I learned.
Okay, you ready? Let's go. I want to go. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let me get the aux cord.
Start. Is it started? Oh, hold brake.
Did she give any spoilers?
Okay, no, she didn't.
Thank you, Lena. Very nice. I would have purposely gave spoilers out, just me.
Okay, reverse, off. Let's go.
Wait, who was the horn honking?
Them.
Oh.
Their alarm was going off.
Oh, nobody?
Okay. Moving, going now.
Were you guys just talking to each other?
Kind of.
What's your name, Lena?
Yeah, I was like, who is this? Who am I talking to? Lena from Lighthouse Academy. I said, oh, I think she's been to your house before.
Okay, anyway.
No, that's where you used to go to.
Yeah, he used to go there though.
You go to some other school that
Yeah.
I never heard of.
Yeah.
You can mute it out or something, can't you?
I just did. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I used to go to Lighthouse Academy and and that was actually a really good school though.
Is that, what's that school called?
I don't know.
Broxhill. Broxhill. Broxhill Plantation. No. Broxhill.
Okay.
We'll stop.
I don't know why you're saying where I go to school. That's so mean.
Am I going the right way?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think, because if I was going the wrong way, we'd be back in South Carolina again.
Yeah.
Here, do something with this. I got it for you.
You want me to do something?
Seriously? Can you turn this thing back on so I can listen to the end of it?
Wait. I'm trying to read. I've never been to her house. Just talking. Oh no! Wait. Wanna be cool?
God, we still got...
And once you got this feeling, you'll be chillin'. Oh.
Okay, we're not stopping on, man.
Bruh!
Yeah, bro. Seriously?
No, it's bruh. Bruh.
Turn the book back on. I want to listen to the end of it.
No one dies. Okay, anyway.
Oh, minimum speed, 40. I thought that was a speed limit.
Oh, it's too funny. Okay, anyway. Keep your eyes on the road!
Okay, I'm calling your mom. Okay, so quiet.
Okay. What?
Did you see the shadow
What?
on the bridge? Scared the crap out of me.
What?
There was a bridge going right and left. And this big truck. Seriously. Can you like speed up or something? Is it rush hour? Rush hour in Atlanta. This truck was going from right to left.
Oh my goodness.
And the sun's right in front of us because we're going west. And so we're getting the shadow, and the shadow was like right over me, and it just went like that.
Lena should know about driving.
I can't
kind of.
see.
She's gonna drive this year, I think. I think it was supposed to be like next school year.
Some kid.
Good boy.
Yeah. He's like looking at me or something.
I don't like this. There's a boy right next to us. I don't like her.
He's like exactly Katie's age.
He looks exactly
His
my age.
smile or just something.
Is he like? Oh wait, there's two people watching. I don't know who the other person
this
is.
Here, this sun,
Is it
this
something
is
like
going to get
Aggie
worse
B?
and worse because eventually it's going to be like
The soonest
just
will
cover from the top of the car, right? The sun's just going to go down here and we're going straight west into the sun. I always hated why would you build a road directly in line with the sun like this?
But also, if it's going from east, that means that it's not inset with the sun.
What?
It's
What'd
better.
you say?
It's better. I think it's better to have the sun forward because you can like
Are we
avoid it.
running into traffic?
Maybe.
No, no. Come on. Ugh.
When I have helped the
Bye, boy.
to change and become whole, I'm grateful to you, Jonas. Because without you, I would never have figured out how to bring about the change.
Did you turn it back
Your
on?
role
Yeah.
now
Turn it
is to
up.
escape.
I did.
I can't hear anything.
He knew the answer even as he made the final plea.
Higher. All the way.
My work will be finished, the giver had replied
There.
gently.
Thank you.
When I have helped the community to change and become whole, I'm grateful to you, Jonas. Because without you, I would never have figured out a way to bring about the change. But your role now is to escape, and my role is to stay. But don't you want to be with me, Giver? Jonas asked sadly. The Giver hugged him. I love you, Jonas, he said. But I have another place to go. When my work here is finished, I want to be with my daughter. Jonas had been staring glumly at the floor. Now he looked up, startled. I didn't know you had a daughter, Giver.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
told me
either.
that you'd had a spouse, but I never knew about your daughter. The Giver smiled and nodded. For the first time in their long
Get
months
blacked out.
together, Jonas saw him look truly happy. Her name was
Was it?
Rosemary.
No.
Knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
What?
I knew he had a
It
great
would
laugh.
work.
Oh my goodness. She said, wait. I knew it. I was like, is it going to be Rosemary?
So when he says he wants to go be with his daughter, he means he's gonna release himself?
Yeah.
That's messed up. Catherine calling. Bad timing. Have you seen it or heard it or read it? All four? There's four?
Yeah, it lives on the
It's-
cliffhanger.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of a crazy society these people live in. But she said, I know it's awesome.
It's very tragic at what it is.
Maybe I'll check out the others. It depends on how long this one is, because I'd rather read them than like listen to it. But how old are they? Just send me the like book name and stuff, and I'll do some research.
It's The Giver.
Oh, it's The Giver.
The Giver about Gathering Blue, and then there's two more.
Yeah, we're like driving directly into the sun, and it's just becoming excruciating pain on my eyes. Really? Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. We should do that next.
That's what we, come on. That one, the thing that you just said, I think it does tie up, like the fourth one. I was thinking that it all tied up, but I didn't know. Whoa! So much traffic. Anyway, you can't really see it, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, this is okay. I mean, it is what it is. We'll get there. We're getting there.
Up. Come on.
Yeah. So I think Katie wants to like. She kind of. She wants to. I think she wants to listen to the rest of the book. She wants to listen to the rest of the book.
Bye.
Yes. The book that took forever to get her to read. Yes.
It's because we're at the end of the book.
I was about to say something, but yeah. So when we get there, do you want to like go directly? I mean, yeah. Okay, that's understandable. Is it like a restaurant? Oh, okay. 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 Alrighty, that sounds good. Yeah, really all I had was McDonald's today, so I could use a good meal. That sun's getting worse and worse. Okay. I may just pull over and take like an hour nap and let that sun go away. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. We'll be there before 11. Yeah. I think we got like 100. I think it said 740. Yeah, less than 2 hours.
Come on.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Love you too, honey. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Finally, I can talk. So I was actually just thinking, yeah, it would tie up at the end. And
that sucks.
What?
It's his daughter?
Yes. I was expecting that.
Ugh.
I was expecting that too.
I didn't see that coming at all. Play. The sun's gone away. It just, boom, gone.
Boom, gone. No, it's right there.
It's gone.
It's right there.
There's no, it's all shade.
Yeah, it's completely gone. Completely gone. Like, look how gone it is. Like, there's no more sun.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's completely gone. Huh?
Play the book again. Okay, gone. No, still there.
Yes.
Useless
They
son.
could make it work. Jonas told himself again and again throughout the day. But that evening, everything changed. All of it. All the things they had thought through so meticulously fell apart. That night, Jonas was forced to flee. He left the dwelling shortly after the sky became dark and the community still. It was terribly dangerous because some of the work crews were still about. But he moved stealthily and silently, staying in the shadows, making his way past the darkened dwellings and the empty central plaza toward the river. Beyond the plaza, he could see the house of the old, with the annex behind it, outlined.
Wait, what?
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, you're gonna be so surprised at this ending. Oh my gosh. Wait, what?
Why are you ruining it?
You're not.
Play.
You're not ruining it for him. I don't even care if you're ruining it for me.
And against the night sky. But he could not stop there. There was no time. Every minute counted now, and every minute must take him farther from the community. Now he was on the bridge, hunched over on the bicycle, pedaling steadily. He could see the dark, churning water far below. He felt, surprisingly, no fear, nor any regret at leaving the community behind. But he felt a very deep sadness that he had left his closest friend behind.
Oh.
He knew that in the danger of his escape, he must be absolutely silent. But with his heart and mind, he called back and hoped that with his capacity for hearing beyond, the giver would know that Jonas had said goodbye. It had happened at the evening meal. The family unit was eating together as always. Lily chattering away, mother and father making their customary comments and lies, Jonas knew, about the day. Nearby, Gabriel played happily on the floor, babbling his baby talk, looking with glee now and then toward Jonas, obviously delighted to have him back after the unexpected night away from the dwelling. Father glanced down toward the toddler. "Enjoy it, little guy," he said. "This is your last night as visitor." "What do you mean?" Jonas asked him. Father sighed with disappointment. "Well, you know he wasn't here when you got home this morning because we had him stay overnight at the nurturing center. It seemed like a good opportunity with you gone to give it a try. He'd been sleeping so soundly." "Didn't it go well?" Mother asked sympathetically. Father gave a rueful laugh. "Ha, that's an understatement. It was a disaster. He cried all night, apparently. The night crew couldn't handle it. They were really frazzled by the time I got to work." "Gabe, you naughty thing," Lily said, with a scolding little cluck toward the grinning toddler on the floor. "So," Father went up.
I promise this is the last time before it ends.
Yeah.
So, wait.
I forgot he got snack and like something else mixed up. And so they like snack and smack. And so every time he said something like, "I want a snack," it came out smack and it actually hit him. What kind of craziness? When I started hearing that, I was like, what is this?
Okay, so Lena said that the community is just a cult. Okay? Wait, so Lena, does it happen now? Oh wait, no, bad connection. Very bad. Okay, Lena, does the thing that you're telling me happen now? Like around this time? It's gonna be a little delayed. Yep, it happens right now? Oh no, you're gonna be too shocked. Hands on the wheel, buddy!
What happened?
You don't want any spoilers.
No.
Even I voted for Gabriel's release when we had the meeting this afternoon. Jonas put down his fork and stared at his father. "Release?" he asked. Father nodded. "We certainly gave it our best try, didn't we?" "Yes, we did," Mother agreed emphatically. Lily nodded in agreement too. Jonas worked at keeping his voice absolutely calm. "When?" he asked. "When will he be released?" "First thing tomorrow morning. We have to start our preparation for the naming ceremony, so we thought we'd get this taken care of right away." "It's bye-bye to you, Gabe, in the morning," Father had said in his sweet sing-song voice.
What? That's just...
Jonas reached the opposite side of the river, stopped briefly and looked back.
This is the part where
The community where his entire life had been lived lay behind him now, sleeping. At dawn, the orderly, disciplined life he had always known would continue again, without him. The life where nothing was ever unexpected, or inconvenient, or unusual. The life without color, pain, or past. He pushed firmly again at the pedal with his foot and continued riding along the road. It was not safe to spend time looking back. He thought of the rules he had broken so far. Enough that if he were caught now, he would be condemned. First, he had left the dwelling at night, a major transgression. Second, he had robbed the community of food, a very serious crime, even though what he had taken was leftovers set out on the dwelling doorsteps for collection. Third, he had stolen his father's bicycle. He had hesitated for a moment, standing beside the bike port in the darkness, not wanting anything of his father's, and uncertain as well whether he could comfortably ride the larger bike when he was so accustomed to his own. But it was necessary because it had the child seat attached to the back. And he had taken Gabriel too. He could feel the little head nudge his back, bouncing gently against him as he rode. Gabriel was sleeping soundly, strapped into the seat. Before he had left the dwelling, he had laid his hands firmly on Gabe's back and transmitted to him the most soothing memory he could. A slow swinging hammock under palm trees on an island someplace at evening, with the rhythmic sound of languid water lapping hypnotically against a beach nearby. As the memory seeped from him into the new child, he could feel Gabe's sleep ease and deepen. There had been no stir at all when Jonas lifted him from the crib and placed him gently into the molded seat. He knew that he had the remaining hours of night before they would be aware of his escape, so he rode hard, steadily, willing himself not to tire as the minutes and miles passed.
There's a bike.
There had been no time to receive the memories he and the giver had counted on, of strength and courage, so he relied on what he had and hoped it would be enough. He circled the outlying communities, their dwellings dark. Gradually the distances between communities widened, with longer stretches of empty road. His legs ached at first. Then, as time passed, they became numb. At dawn, Gabriel began to stir. They were in an isolated place. Fields on either side of the road were dotted with thickets of trees here and there. He saw a stream and made his way to it across a rutted, bumpy meadow. Gabriel, wide awake now, giggled as the bicycle jolted him up and down. Jonas unstrapped Gabe, lifted him from the bike, and watched him investigate the grass and twigs with delight. Carefully, he hid the bicycle in thick bushes. "Morning meal, Gabe." He unwrapped some of the food and fed them both. Then he filled the cup he had brought with water from the stream and held it for Gabriel to drink.
They have water.
He drank thirstily himself and sat by the stream, watching the new child play. He was exhausted. He knew he must sleep, resting his own muscles and preparing himself for more hours on the bicycle. It would not be safe to travel in daylight. They would be looking for him soon. He found a place deeply hidden in the trees, took the new child there, and lay down, holding Gabriel in his arms. Gabe struggled cheerfully as if it were a wrestling game, the kind they had played back in the dwelling, with tickles and laughter. "Sorry, Gabe," Jonas told him. "I know it's morning, and I know you just woke up, but we have to sleep now." He cuddled the small body close to him and rubbed the little back. He murmured to Gabriel soothingly. Then he pressed his hands firmly and transmitted a memory of deep, completed exhaustion. Gabriel's head nodded after a moment and fell against Jonas's chest. Together, the fugitives slept through the first dangerous day. The most terrifying thing was the plains. By now, days had passed. Jonas no longer knew how many. The journey had become automatic. The sleep by days, hidden in underbrush and trees, the finding of water, the careful division of scraps of food, augmented by what he could find in the fields, and the endless miles on the bicycle by night. His leg muscles were taut now. They ached when he settled himself to sleep, but they were stronger, and he stopped now less often to rest. Sometimes he paused and lifted Gabriel down for a brief bit of exercise, running down the road or through a field together in the dark. But always, when he returned, strapped the uncomplaining toddler into the seat again and remounted, his legs were ready. so he had enough strength of his own and had not needed what the Giver might have provided had there been time. But when the planes came, he wished that he could have received the courage. He knew they were search planes. They flew so low that they woke him with the noise of their engines, and sometimes, looking out and up fearfully from the hiding places, he could almost see the faces of the searchers. He knew that they could not see color, and that their flesh, as well as Gabriel's light golden curls, would be no more than smears of gray against the colorless foliage. But he remembered from his science and technology studies at school that the search planes used heat-seeking devices which could identify body warmth and would hone in on two humans huddled in shrubbery. So always, when he heard the aircraft sound, he reached to Gabriel and transmitted memories of snow, keeping some for himself. Together they became cold, and when the planes were gone, they would shiver, holding each other until sleep came again. Sometimes, urging the memories into Gabriel, Jonas felt that they were more shallow, a little weaker than they had been. It was what he had hoped and what he and the Giver had planned, that as he moved away from the community, he would shed the memories and leave them behind for the people. But now, when he needed them, when the planes came, he tried hard to cling to what he still had of cold and to use it for their survival. Usually the aircraft came by day when they were hiding. But he was alert at night, too, on the road, always listening intently for the sound of the engines. Even Gabriel listened and would call out, "Plane! Plane!" sometimes before Jonas had heard the terrifying noise. When the aircraft searchers came, as they did occasionally, during the night as they rode, Jonas sped to the nearest tree or bush, dropped to the ground, and made himself and Gabriel cold. But it was sometimes a frighteningly close call. As he pedaled through the nights, through isolated landscape now, with the communities far behind and no sign of human habitation around him or ahead, he was constantly vigilant, looking for the next nearest hiding place should the sound of engines come. But the frequency of the planes diminished. They came less often and flew when they did come less slowly, as if the search had become haphazard and no longer hopeful. Finally, it was an entire day and night when they did not come at all. Now the landscape was changing. It was a subtle change, hard to identify at first. The road was narrower and bumpy, apparently no longer tended by road crews. It was harder suddenly to balance on the bike as the front wheel wobbled over stones and ruts. One night Jonas fell when the bike jolted to a sudden stop against a rock. He grabbed instinctively for Gabriel, and the new child, strapped tightly in his seat, was uninjured, only frightened when the bike fell to its side. But Jonas's ankle was twisted, and his knees were scraped and raw, blood seeping through his torn trousers. Painfully he righted himself on the bike and reassured Gabe. Tentatively he began to ride in daylight. He had forgotten the fear of the searchers, who seemed to have diminished into the past. But now there were new fears. The unfamiliar landscape held hidden, unknown perils. Trees became more numerous, and the forests beside the road were dark and thick with mystery. They saw streams more frequently now and stopped often to drink. Jonas carefully washed his injured knees, wincing as he rubbed at the raw flesh. The constant ache of his swollen ankle was eased when he soaked it occasionally in the cold water that rushed through roadside gullies. He was newly aware that Gabriel's safety depended entirely upon his own continued strength. They saw their first waterfall, and for the first time wildlife. "Plane! Plane!" Gabriel called, and Jonas turned swiftly into the trees, though he had not seen planes in days, and he did not hear an aircraft engine now. When he stopped the bicycle in the shrubbery and turned to grab Gabe, he saw the small, chubby arm pointing toward the sky. Terrified, he looked up, but it was not a plane at all. Though he had never seen one before, he identified it from his fading memories, for the Giver had given them to him often.
What is it?
It was a bird.
A bird?
Soon there were many birds along the way, soaring overhead, calling.
Holy
They
crap!
saw deer,
Get your
and
hand
once
off.
beside the road, looking at
Oh
them,
my
curious
God.
and unafraid, a small, reddish-brown creature
so
with a
cold.
thick
I have
tail,
very cold
whose
hands right
name
now.
Jonas did not know. He slowed the bike, and they stared at one another until the creature turned away and disappeared into the woods. All of it was new to him. After a life of sameness and predictability, he was awed by the surprises that lay beyond each curve of the
What are you
road.
doing? You
He
need some
slowed the
heat.
bike again and again to look with wonder at wildflowers, to enjoy the throaty warble of a new bird nearby, or merely to watch the way wind shifted the leaves in the trees. During his 12 years in the community, he had
You
never
never
felt
put your
such
thing
simple
down.
moments of exquisite happiness.
There was no more sun.
But there were desperate
still
fears
sun.
building in him now as well. The most relentless of his new fears was that they would starve.
It's so amazing.
Now that they had left the cultivated
I see the clear
fields behind
sky.
them, it was almost
Instead of
impossible to
this.
find food. They finished the meager store of potatoes and carrots they had saved
It's so
from the
open.
last agricultural area, and now they were always hungry. Jonas knelt by a stream and tried without success to catch a fish with his hands. Frustrated, he threw rocks into the water, knowing even as he did so that it was useless. Finally, in desperation, he fashioned a makeshift net, looping the strands of Gabriel's blanket around a curved stick. After countless tries, the net yielded 2 flopping silvery fish. Methodically, Jonas hacked them to pieces with a sharp rock and fed the raw shreds to himself and to Gabriel. They ate some berries and
Sushi.
tried without success to catch a bird. At night, while Gabriel slept beside him, Jonas lay awake, tortured by hunger, and remembered his life in the community where meals were delivered to each dwelling every day. He tried to use the flagging power of his memory to
Police.
recreate meals, and managed brief, tantalizing fragments. Banquets with huge roasted meats, birthday parties with thick frosted cakes, and lush fruits picked and eaten, sun-warmed and dripping from trees.
I see
But
nothing.
when the memory glimpses subsided, he was left with a gnawing, painful emptiness. Jonas remembered suddenly and grimly the time in his childhood when he had been chastised for misusing a word. The word had been starving.
Oh yeah.
You have never been starving, he had been told. You will never be starving.
Only hungry.
Now he was.
Yep.
If he had stayed in the community, he would not be. It was as simple as that. Once he had yearned for choice. Then, when he had had a choice, he had made the wrong one, the choice to leave. And now he was starving. But if he had stayed, his thoughts continued. If he had stayed,
Horses!
he would have starved in other ways. He would have lived a life hungry for feelings, for color,
Can't see.
for love. And Gabriel, for Gabriel there would have been no life at all. So there had not really been a choice.
God.
It became a struggle to ride the bicycle as Jonas weakened from lack of food, and realized, at the same time, that he was encountering something he had for a long time yearned to see.
Yes.
Don't do
Hills.
that!
His sprained ankle
Don't do
throbbed
that.
as he forced the pedal
It's gonna come
downward
back,
in
and
an
it's gonna
effort
hit
that was
you really
almost
hard.
beyond him. And the weather was changing. It rained for 2 days. Jonas had never seen rain, though he had experienced it often in the memories. He had liked those rains, enjoyed the new feeling of it. But this was different. He and Gabriel became cold and wet, and it was hard to get dry, even when sunshine occasionally followed. Gabriel had not cried during the long, frightening journey. Now he did. He cried because he was hungry and cold and terribly weak.
Yeah,
Jonas
I wrote
cried
that down.
too for the same reasons, and another reason as well. He wept because he was afraid now that he could not save Gabriel. He no longer cared about himself.
I don't like where this is going.
You can't read this. You can't read this.
Jonas felt more and more certain that the destination lay ahead of him, very near now in the night that was approaching. None of his senses confirmed it. He saw nothing ahead except the endless ribbon of road unfolding and twisting narrow curves. He heard no sound ahead, yet he felt it. felt that elsewhere was not far away. But he had little hope left that he would be able to reach it. His hope diminished further when the sharp, cold air began to blur and thicken with swirling white. Gabriel, wrapped in his inadequate blanket, was hunched, shivering and silent in his little seat. Jonas stopped the bike wearily, lifted the child down, and realized, with heartbreak, how cold and weak Gabe had become.
I want a Jolly Rancher.
Standing in the freezing mound that was thickening around his numb feet,
What's wrong with you?
Jonas opened his own tunic, held Gabriel to his bare chest, and tied the torn and dirty blanket around them both. Gabriel moved feebly against him and whimpered briefly into the silence that surrounded them. Dimly, from a nearly forgotten perception as blurred as the substance itself, Jonas recalled what the whiteness was. "It's called snow."
No.
"Gabe," Jonas whispered. "Snowflakes. They fall down from the sky, and they're very beautiful."
Yeah.
There was no response from the child who had once been so curious and
We're on the
alert.
last chapter.
Jonas looked down through the dusk at the little head
And
against his
almost done.
chest. Gabriel's curly hair was matted and filthy, and there were tear stains outlined in dirt on his pale cheeks. His eyes were closed.
How
As
backward is it
Jonas
going?
watched, a snowflake drifted down and was caught briefly for a moment's sparkle in the tiny flood. He remounted the bicycle. A steep hill loomed ahead. In the best of conditions, the hill would have been a dead and made the ride impossible. His front wheel moved forward imperceptibly as he pushed on the pedals with his numb, exhausted legs. But the bicycle stopped. It would not move. He got off and let it drop sideways into the snow. For a moment he thought how easy it would be to drop beside it himself, to let himself and Gabriel slide into the softness of snow, the darkness of night, the warm comfort of sleep. But he had come this far. He must try to go on. The memories had fallen behind him now, escaping from his protection to return to the people of his community. Were there any left at all? Could he hold on to a last bit of warmth? Did he still...
I get it now! Okay, Lena, first, can you see me moving? Because it's glitching on my phone. Okay, just answer that. Is it actually moving? Because look, it's glitched.
What's going on?
It's glitched. Can you see me moving? I know you can hear, but can you see?
Why is this guy tailgating me?
It's a really nice car, though.
Why does he need to be?
Okay, I think it's gonna be 1 second. Okay. So, I think it should be restarted, okay?
Go.
Okay,
Go
good.
get a speeding ticket.
Okay, so, can you see me now? Because it was already glitchy. I think it was my Wi-Fi, whatever. Actually, my Wi-Fi is on, or off, so. There's two nice cars in front of us.
Yeah, he didn't like that very much.
Okay, anyway. Well, anyway.
This guy let me by. He's very
So
nice.
I'm guessing that it wasn't a memory, it was a vision. That's my guess. You don't understand what I mean, but
Whoa!
I told you!
It was down.
I told you it would hit you really hard.
Oh my God, I can't see.
I told you it would hit you really hard.
Thank you, trees.
Dude, don't pin it back down.
But there's nothing I can see. There's no sunlight coming up. Did you just burp?
Yeah.
From what?
I don't know. Tell them how I've been burping.
What?
Tell them what I've been how I've been burping.
You've been burping like 3 times. You've been burping about once every 15 minutes.
Hey, look, it's a car.
Yeah.
It's not on
This is
fire.
a car. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so,
It's a purple tree. Did you see that?
yeah. Lan, it's your favorite. She said gross midget.
Huh?
She said gross midget.
Oh, sunlight coming up.
Told you, it hit you hard.
You see that?
Yeah. Gross midget, gross midget.
Turn it back on. Oh my god.
I'm guessing
this is gonna suck.
It's a vision.
Have the
Told you.
strength to give? Could Gabriel still receive?
Oh my
He
god.
pressed his hands into Gabriel's back and tried to remember sunshine. For a moment it seemed that nothing came
What
to
are you
him.
doing?
Get your hand
That
up.
his power was
Hand.
completely gone.
Oh!
Then it flickered suddenly, and he
Hand.
felt
Whoa.
tiny tongues of heat begin to creep
Oh my
across and
God.
into his frozen feet and legs. He felt his
Oh
face
my
begin to glow
God.
and the tense, cold skin of his arms
can't
and hands
see.
relax. For a fleeting second, he felt that he wanted to keep it for himself, to let himself bathe in sunlight, unburdened
Oh!
by anything or
Jesus, and
anyone
this
else.
guy almost hit me.
But the moment passed and was followed by an urge, a need,
Oh!
passionate yearning to share the warmth with the one person
It
left
doesn't
for him
hurt
to
me at
love.
all.
Aching from the effort,
should be
he
driving.
forced the memory of warmth.
Oh.
Trying to listen to the book, but that was bad. It's not funny. I can't see. I'm driving the car. I need to be able to see. Oh my god. Okay. There's the road. This is so much better.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Rewind it a little because I wasn't paying attention because I was more concerned
Into
with
the thin, shivering body and legs, he felt his face begin to glow and the tense, cold skin of his arms and hands relax. For a fleeting second, he felt that he wanted to keep it for himself, to let himself bathe in sunlight, unburdened by anything or anyone else. But the moment passed and was followed by an urge, a need, a passionate yearning to share the warmth with the one person left for him to love. Aching from the effort, he forced the memory of warmth into the thin, shivering body in his arms. Gabriel stirred. For a moment they both were bathed in warmth and renewed strength as they stood hugging each other in the blinding snow. Jonas began to walk up the hill. The memory was agonizingly brief. He had trudged no more than a few yards through the night when it was gone, and they were cold again. But his mind was alert now. Warming himself ever so briefly had shaken away the lethargy and resignation and restored his will to survive. He began to walk faster on feet that he could no longer feel, but the hill was treacherously steep. He was impeded by the snow and his own lack of strength. He didn't make it very far before he stumbled and fell forward.
She says the end.
On his knees, unable to rise, Jonas tried a second time. His consciousness grasped at a wisp of another warm memory and tried desperately to hold it there, to enlarge it and pass it into Gabriel. His spirits and strength lifted with the momentary warmth, and he stood. Again, Gabriel stirred against him as he began to climb, but the memory faded, leaving him colder than before. If only he had had time to receive more warmth from the giver before he escaped. Maybe there would be more left for him now. But there was no purpose in if-onlys. His entire concentration now had to be on moving his feet, warming Gabriel and himself, and going forward. He climbed, stopped, and warmed them both briefly again with a tiny scrap of memory that seemed certainly to be all he had left.
She says we're
The top
very
of the
close
hill
to the
seemed
end.
so far away, and he did not know what lay beyond. But there was nothing left to do but continue. He trudged upward. As he approached the summit of the hill at last, something began to happen.
volcano on the
He
other
was not
side.
warmer.
Hush.
If anything, he felt more numb and more cold. He was not less exhausted. On the contrary, his steps were leaden, and he could barely move his freezing, tired legs. But he began, suddenly, to feel happy. He began to recall happy times. He remembered his parents and his sister. He remembered his friends, Asher and Fiona. He remembered the giver. Memories of joy flooded through him suddenly. He reached the place where the hill crested, and he could feel the ground under his snow-covered feet become level. It would not be uphill anymore. "We're almost there, Gabriel," he whispered, feeling quite certain without knowing why. "I remember this place, Gabe." And it was true. But it was not a grasping of a thin and burdensome recollection. This was different. This was something that he could keep. It was a memory of
Inspiration.
his own. He hugged Gabriel and rubbed him briskly, warming him to keep him alive. The wind was bitterly cold. The snow swirled, blurring his vision. But somewhere ahead, through the blinding storm, he knew there was warmth and light. Using his final strength and a special knowledge that was deep inside him, Jonas found the sled that was waiting for them at the top of the hill. Numbly, his hands fumbled for the rope. He settled himself on the sled and hugged Gabe close. The hill was steep, but the snow was powdery and soft, and he knew that this time there would be no ice, no fall, no pain.
Good.
Inside his freezing body, his heart surged with hope. They started down. Jonas felt himself losing consciousness, and with his whole being willed himself to stay upright atop the sled, clutching Gabriel, keeping him safe. The runners sliced through the snow, and the wind whipped at his face as they sped in a straight line through an incision that seemed to lead to the final destination, the place that he had always felt was waiting, the elsewhere that held their future and their past. He forced his eyes open as they went downward, sliding. And all at once, he could see lights, and he recognized them now. He knew they were shining through the windows of rooms, that they were red, blue, and yellow lights that twinkled from trees in places where families created and kept memories, where they celebrated
Christmas.
Love. Downward, faster and faster. Suddenly, he was aware with certainty and joy that below, ahead, they were waiting for him. And that they were waiting, too, for the baby. For the first time, he heard something that he knew to be music. He heard people singing.
Christmas,
Behind
yes, I
him,
knew it!
Across vast distances of space and time.
Atlanta!
From the place he had left, he thought he heard music, too. But perhaps it was only an echo.
What?
That it?
That's the
This is
cliffhanger,
Ron
right?
Rifkin. We hope you have enjoyed this production of The Giver by Lois Lowry.
That's it?
That's the cliffhanger, isn't it? Hey, Ian, you want to see all this? Like, ready? So this is all the book.
Well, okay.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Well, I can't read it.
Yeah, but I'm just showing you how much it is.
Oh, it's a lot.
This is not even close how much it was.
Okay, maybe I'll read it later.
You can't read it anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna end the stream soon.
why? Why is it? Why did they build Atlanta so far away from DC? Why can't Atlanta have been closer?
Shining through the darkness.
We need to invent teleportation devices.
Bam bam bim 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 dun 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 dun. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love lies DOA. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. And when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, but I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10 and work begins at 8. You burn your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these. Down on your knees.
I don't know what it is.
I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. Nobody knows me. Wait, nobody ever known me. Nobody can ever see me. Seems you're what it's like to be me.
Wow, that's warm.
Yeah,
That's not bad. At least the sun's gone.
almost gone.
It's gone.
You want to hear a really funny story? Stop! Wait!
Oh my God.
It scared you, didn't it?
Ah.
Okay, let me turn my thing on. I don't know if Lena's still here. She doesn't like Friends. But she did. The last thing she said was, "You guys finished the book." It's
That's
like,
somebody's house. On a road like this?
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Huh?
Things like,
You didn't see it.
okay, she's still here. I didn't know if you were here. I mean, yeah, the song we were just singing is the Friends thing. It was the Friends theme song or intro. Friends theme song. I have 2 notifications. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. No advertisements.
Wow, I like that song.
It's not.
It's only the 120th time you played it.
Yeah, only. So someone told you life was gonna be this way. Life's a joke you broke, and love life's DOA. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. It hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you. Gonna be there for you. Finally, I'll be there for you. 'Cause you're there for me too. Still in bed at 10 and work together at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, thanks for going late. Your mother warned you there'd be days let you play it.
But you
so-
just played.
Yeah, that doesn't get copyright. Okay.
I want to listen to the radio.
Good for you. Okay, what's something that you want me to play? Oh wait, I get copyrighted for that. Never mind.
Arrival time keeps on getting pushed back because of developing traffic around Atlanta. More miles coming. 755-ish. Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, cool.
I want you to let me know if you can recognize this. When it plays, sorry. There's an advertisement. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, here you go. Okay, let me restart this. Sorry.
Holy crap! Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry for this part. Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa! It's slowing it down. Can't handle it. It busted.
Okay. I can't listen to it.
Come on. Can't you like put it in your earphones or something?
No. It's the car.
Do you want to drive?
No!
It's easy.
I'm 12! I just started sitting in the front seat.
But
Mom wouldn't let me sit in the front seat. Do you forget?
but you'll be 13 soon. People can drive at 13.
No! Where's Lena when...
What?
Lena would not let you make me drive.
I mean, you can drive, you can reach the pedals. It's easy. You put in cruise control. The car basically drives itself. Like an autopilot.
I muted.
Water. Wow, on both sides. Look at this. Reservoir, lake. Whoa.
Dang, this is pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a bridge on the other side.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, look at that.
Thing about this is we're going to hit traffic eventually. It's inevitable. We're going to hit traffic like less than 15 miles from there. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Play Tetris or something.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gabe. Sorry, this is
I like the Tetris music.
Gabe. Do you like Undertale?
Bird Lake. Look. Bird Lake. Not going to be able to see it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll try harder.
This is actually a music loop. Okay.
Oh.
Here you go. It's a little high pitched, so I'm gonna turn it down.
Oh God.
Memes. Hashtag memes.
Turn this off. And the arrival time just keeps on going further and further back. Every time. How is that possible? The more time that goes by, the later we're gonna get there.
Oxford.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna do?
Turn it off so I can play the radio.
Okay, just because you said that, now I don't want to turn it off. Okay, when we hit 2 hours, you can turn it off. So around 30 minutes.
Oh, that's just great. Now I got the hiccups.
Now I can put this up. Woo! So bright now. Okay, now imagine like you're sitting in the car and you're just staring at this. Okay, ready? Now you can see everything. It's so like so dark now, like it's so windy, it's so not calm. Bum. Da 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 da. Bip, 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 bip. Okay, it's been 2 hours.
Where you going, car?
Ready? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.